Hello, my friend. How are you today? I
Ah,
am
I'm so
doing
great.
great because I'm here with Jade Olivia. Let's see which way it is. Right there?
Yeah,
That way.
so
And we are going to chat about marketing authenticity, something we
mhm.
both have as a core value and something so important today. Jade, I met through the Keep family, and Keep, like many of my communities that I belong to, take competition. You just change the one letter, the M to the O, and you have coopetition. So we're all working together, even though we do remarkably similar things, right?
Yeah, I like that.
So I thought we'd start with a conversation by just talking about that core value of authenticity. So, Jade, what does authenticity mean to you?
It at first it's like a gut feeling. Have you ever seen an ad or met with a prospect, or maybe you wanted to hire a marketer or hire even an employee, right? You're talking to someone and you just get this feeling, and you're like, this doesn't feel real, right? And when it comes to marketing and like the way people are talking about their stuff, have you ever talked to someone who's like, "Oh, I hate sales. Sales are so pushy, like a car
Yeah,
salesman or something like that." And it doesn't matter what industry you're in or what you're selling or what you're talking about. It's the authenticity of your message and who you are. You know what I mean?
definitely. And I think we're getting to know better when it feels authentic and when it doesn't.
Hmm.
When we're getting the real people and when we're getting the ones who have put the filter on and are so used to being behind a filter that they can't release themselves and be themselves. I know it's
Yes.
one of the reasons that I love doing Facebook Lives is because I can't hide who I am. It's
Right.
off the cuff, it's here and going. So that is part of my authenticity.
Hmm. Oh
How do you
yeah.
bring authenticity into automation? Because we're both into automation, and sometimes that can feel a, a little canned.
Oh, for sure. And you said it, canned is really the word because it goes back to what I was saying. Some people feel like sales is slimy or smarmy or like whatever word you want to put in there. But at the end of the day, it's whose voice are you talking from? Are you talking about yourself and saying, but wait, there's more? Or are you talking about people's problems in your own voice, right? Because at the end of the day, marketing is not about us, it's about you. I think the best marketing quote I ever heard ever, and I say it to myself every day as a marketer, as a business owner, as a salesperson of my craft, right? We are not in the solutions business. We're in the problems understanding business.
Yes, the understanding those problems, and especially because most of us have been there. We've been where our clients are in some ways, even if we're in a different industry, we all experience some of the same, some of the same fears, some of the same things that we've tripped over and done. And so I think that also helps us to be more authentic when you can say, you know, I've I've had that happen, or I've helped somebody do that, and here's how to get to the next step, get beyond that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. You're talking about like just being like a vulnerable human being. Like if I got two marketing messages to buy a car, and if one spoke to me like, "This is the best deal ever, and it has only a certain amount of miles, and it's very, very cool, and we are the best agency ever," and the other one was
Mm.
like, "Listen, we like to help real people. We want to know more about your life to find the right car to fit you. Tell us about your needs. Like, which one are you going to buy from?"
Yeah.
The one who's like opening up and making themselves vulnerable to ask me about me and commiserate with me, and then there's like a real relationship that's built.
Yeah, does it pass the eye test? And by passing the eye test, you actually don't, if you read through the marketing and you don't see the I and we, you see a lot of you, then
Mhm.
you've passed the eye test because you're talking to the person instead of not about yourself.
Yeah, that's so hard when I'm writing my own copy and filling in automations. Going back to your question, it's like if I'm crafting my message and I want to make sure that I'm building a real relationship with people via automation, I'm speaking from my own voice and I'm trying not to say the word I. And it is hard, y'all. It is hard.
it is to go through because you want to write from the first person. That's how and talk from the first person. It's how
Yeah.
we've talked about. But you have to
Yeah.
picture that friend that you're sitting by, even if it's a prospect or a potential customer. I want them to become my friends. So in fact, I have a friend who has a comment, new friend, who dis? Because she hasn't met Jade yet. So Teresa, for those of people who are just tuning in, maybe all of the platforms have shown you a little later. Again, this is Jade Olivia. She is a marketer, much like myself, but she builds communities. She helps you to take your group, your community, and really make it more personal, make it more fun. To do the things that you always dreamed you'd be able to do with a community. She is
Mhm.
also part of Keep and Plus This, and she's done some great things with the Plus This community to have people know more about what it is going on.
Mhm. Yeah. But whether it's communities or filling in emails in your automation, the fundamentals remain the same. I was brought in to kind of unite partners in the Plus This community because Plus This is a tool and they were kind of stuck going, cool new tool. Look at how cool we are. Look at how cool we are. And the partners like Ellen and myself, we're the ones who use this. We help our clients use it all day, every day. And so like I kind of helped fill that chasm between Plus this is a very cool tool and it is amazing and they have new things coming all the time and we should know about that. But how does that solve my problems?
Yeah.
And how does that make partners' businesses better? And the answer is plenty. And that's where we can kind of bridge the gap as a community, as like a family of partners and Keep users and keep and Plus this users. Like it's at the end of the day, it's not about the tool; it's about the result.
It is. It's about the results. It's about helping each other and helping people get to their next step in their journey, in their customer journey.
Yeah.
So the reason actually this conversation even came about today is because you're about to have a summit, and I'm very excited about it.
Thank
It
you.
is called the Timeless Marketing Summit, and you're going to have 6 awesome marketers all talking in
Mhm.
one day, right? So tell me
Yeah.
more about it.
Yeah. So speaking of like, we're talking about the positive side, the authenticity and what we're trying to do. But the reason that this topic is what we're talking about is because I, like you, everyone watching, we've all experienced that gross feeling of like, oh, I'm just being sold something, or oh, like stop talking about yourself. And then I've personally wasted tens of thousands of dollars on like coaches and the new cool thing and all these things. And we're all frustrated, right? Doesn't matter if you're a professional marketer for a living or you're a business owner who just wants to find information. We're all frustrated by the crap.
Yes.
So I was commiserating about the crap one day. And I was trying to think about like, who is authentic? Who do I like? And I realized that the people that I liked and trusted for marketing and business and mentorship, they all had the same thing in common. It was fundamentals and authenticity. And I was like, geez, fundamentals. That is really fundamentals in customer journey, as you know, Ellen, are pretty much like the best things you can do to arm yourself against shiny object syndrome when you're trying to learn about marketing and grow your business. So I was like, oh, I feel so lucky because I grew up as a business owner where marketing is my craft. And the more I meet people outside, business owners outside of the Keep community, they're even more frustrated than I am because they're not surrounded by the Keep certified partner family like I am. I feel like I took it for granted. So I was like, how can I take the most authentic teachers that really helped elevate me and how can I bring this greatness to people who weren't as fortunate to grow up just around them all the time? And
Yes.
exactly. And the answer is the summit.
Yeah.
So perfect. Yep. I can see you are on top of it. She's good. You guys are watching her because she's good. Look, look at this. So yeah, so we're gonna have 5 topics. As you saw, there were 6 amazing speakers. And you know what, guys? I asked people for months. I said, "What do you hate about summits?" Going along the theme of trying to avoid the crap, right? They hated too much. So I picked only 5 presenters. and they hated it was too long, inspirational, pre-recorded, don't upsell me on the recordings, blah, blah, blah. I took all that stuff out, and here is the result. 6 speakers, 5 topics, 4 hours, and all of the speakers are not just going to teach, they also all have a worksheet. So you are literally guaranteed to walk away with 5 action items to put to work in your business immediately, filled in just for you. So as Ellen showed you, one of our speakers is the great, the best, Tyler Garnes. I mean, talk about one of the most selfless, brilliant, generous people in our community. Ellen, you love Tyler, don't you?
I do, and I'm kicking myself because he made a great offer the last time we were all together to sit down and talk with people, and I didn't take advantage of that, and I probably should have, but I was just too overwhelmed with it was my first Keep consultant practice, the meeting, and
Yeah.
so next time.
No, for sure. And he's so generous. And I asked him, I was like, would you please speak at this conference? So he's renowned for his strategy teaching. He obviously does it, but he's also an educator. So he's going to come and teach about how to create a multi-level funnel strategy. And it's going to be brilliant. And like I said, there is a worksheet. So he's not just going to tell you how great and important it is to have a strategy, but you're going to walk away with action steps to tweak your funnel so that more people go through it. Excellent. Next up, I don't know what your StreamYard goodness has up next for me.
Well, I just did them in the order they are on your website.
Sam, guys, true story. Sam is literally the most likable person on the planet. You can't not just love her. She's amazing. And probably because she's so like, she's real, she's eloquent, she's well-spoken, but like in a girl, kind of way. She's real. So because of that, she's a fabulous author and copywriter. And I've personally been to her copywriting workshops. And every time I'm just like, oh, this is so good. It's mind blown. And she will also help us craft titles and copy that like people actually like. And you guys, isn't this hard when you're sitting down, you're like, oh, I have a great offer. What do I call it? That's hard. Yeah, she's a dream. So that's next. And then after her, we're going to be featuring Greg. He is a great in our community. And he's also an educator. So he's a really good teacher. Again, I'm picking people that are not only smart, but they're good teachers. And he's passionate about customer journey. And Ellen, we see this all the time as Keep certified partners. People will hire us. We'll go into their apps. And we'll see that they have pieces going on, right? Okay, you got some campaigns going. You got some automations over here. But what's the big picture? What's the goal? How do you get people from, I don't know you, to I'm your number one raving fan? And it's a long journey with milestones and transitions in between. And if you don't have that in mind, you don't really have a tool with which to optimize your funnel progress to where you can find the gaps and make improvements along the way. So it's going to be amazing.
Yes.
And then lastly, so this is a fun surprise. Van, he's not a keeper. None of you will know who he is unless you bought life insurance from him in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for some reason. This man, he's a legend in the life insurance industry. He's literally one of the top agents in the country. He's that successful, and he is no technology, no assistance, just him and paper. And he does more business than people with teams of hundreds. And here's why. Because he just talks to people and he asks them questions. He literally can't go to the grocery store without getting 3 new clients. I'm not joking. And for fun, he goes to the mall, goes to the food court, and looks for parents and talks to them and walks out with 15 clients. Like I'm not I'm an exaggerator. A very like excited talker.
Yeah.
I am not exaggerating. He is that good. He's like 70 and still working his butt off because he loves it. He loves to talk to people and solve their problems and help make their lives better. And he does this with an insurance product, which like people aren't like, oh, I love insurance. I can't wait to go get some. Like it's hard. And he just makes it amazing. So what he's going to do is he's going to come and he's going to teach everyone how to craft their questions, which you can use either in person or in your automation, right? Because we want to be authentic in our automation.
Yeah.
And then he's going to give you best practices to practice it and make sure you get it implemented as well. So once again, you're going to walk away with actual steps to implement these incredible strategies into your business. Yeah, not a keeper. What do you think, Ellen?
When I looked, I was like, well, I haven't met him. And then I looked and I was like, it seems like I've heard the name. So, but obviously I hadn't.
Mhm.
And then you're finishing up with two of just, you know, the ones I could sit and watch Mike talk about how to, you know, do sequences out of the phone book. You know, he just
Yeah, he is amazing, and as is Laura. And so what's interesting about Mike and Laura, I invited them to speak together because I reached out to Keep Academy. Like we all know what Keep is, right? Keep's a tool, and Ellen
yeah.
and I are certified partners, and we help kind of humanize that tool and make sure people are leveraging it. But at the end of the day, it's still a tool. So Keep, the company itself, wanted to create a department to help educate people on
And I
best
think the official announcement actually came out today.
yeah, it's coming up, guys. Yeah. In fact, at the summit next week, like Laura and Mike are going to give away like the beta version to the LMS. So if people, Keep users, want to come in early and look at the courses that they've been building. So it's not just how to use Keep, it's how, like, why they talk. They also talk about customer journey and follow up, and they do build to play workshops. So if you're not on the Keep email list for those build to play workshops, there's one next week. I think there's one the morning of the summit, actually. That's why the Greg and Mike and Laura are last, because they're going to do the workshop in the morning and then come and speak.
Then you are the afternoon.
Yeah, and so, and obviously everything's recorded, so you can do it. You can do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about it. I mean, I could talk about how amazing these people are all day, every day. But if you kind of like take off like my emotional connection to these people, and they're just amazing, and I can't stop. But these are 5 things every business needs. It doesn't matter if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you do pest control, if you make makeup for a living, you need a strategy. You need copy and titles that people actually like. You need a customer journey. You need offer and sales language, and you need follow-up sequences so you don't lose leads. Oh, look at that site. Yeah. You know, look at that. The break free from the BS. That was like me trying to connect with you guys, with all of us business owners, because I don't want the bad marketing and the BS and the smarmy gurus who send you DMs that you didn't ask for. I don't want that to ruin marketing for you. Like, there are good people out there. You know what I mean?
There are, and then there's so many people who are doing it wrong. And I knew that this was going to be one that didn't teach those methods where you're doing it wrong, and you just want us to shake people who send you the swarmy LinkedIn message going, you know, I can do this for you and increase your sales tenfold.
Right. But they don't. And here's how, like, a good tool, because I get DMs all the time and I answer because I'm a marketer and I like to learn what people are doing. Right. So I go into everyone's funnels and I watch and I learn. And the ones that end up being trustworthy and authentic, they start with questions, and they pre-qualify me. They don't just send me a DM about everything about themselves and ask if I want to book a call. And I'm like, have you met me?
Yeah. You even know what I do.
Yeah. I got a DM once from a guru who, it was just a super long message about her, didn't ask me questions about me. And her message was, I help women break free from the masculine systems that are holding them down so they can 10x their business. And I was like, do you know who raised me? I grew up with all women. Like, my single mom raised 3 girls. I mean, I never it never occurred to me that women could do anything better than men.
Yeah.
I was like, not a good fit, but thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, if you've ever worked on a website, you know, your own, not, I don't mean like as a web developer, I mean, just thinking about the messaging, there's the concept of above the fold. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want people to emotionally connect with to get them to scroll down and read more? And that messaging we're just looking at, that's where I really wanted to capture everyone. Say, are you sick of this? Do you just want the good stuff? Let's do it. And then the next part, you see that that Ellen's scrolling through. It's like, the benefit is you're going to do things. And then below, this is where I emotionally connect with you again. These are the internal benefits, the emotions you're going to get. You're going to get clarity, you're going to get confidence, and none of the crap that people are sick of. And then, of course, highlighting the speakers because they're amazing, which we've already talked about, but I could squeeze them all day. They're pretty great. And then I do have a sponsor who's just got the best Keep membership on planet Earth. What a human. What a human.
Mhm.
What a human. I can't say enough about him. It's Greg. We already talked. I mean, he's speaking at the summit. So, and then the schedule. I want to be. Can you guys see that we're following like a theme of like authenticity, but that also means transparency, right? I want everyone to know. Here's the schedule. Here's how much it costs. I promise the recordings are included. I'm not going to upsell you. I'm not going to jerk you around. This is a live thing. This is not pre-recorded stuff. And then below this, I explain, because some people do like a lot of details, right? If you're going to scroll down this far, that means you're a details person. So I do dig deeper, but for the most part, like the emotional concepts and the benefits are at the top. So I do encourage you to check out that site. I mean, if for no other reason, to read the message and see if it resonates with you. I would love to, Ellen and I would love to see you
That's
there.
great.
It's going to be so fun and it's fast. You guys, like adult learning is hard. I
I
can't.
know my boyfriend the other day, he was like, he's a pilot, so they're in class every 6 months, and he's like, I don't retain it, I don't learn it as fast as I used to, and I had to assure him that's perfectly normal. We
Mhm,
adults don't learn like we did as teenagers.
mhm. Yeah, and on top of it, like the older we get and the more successful we get, the more we have on our plate. So
Yeah.
I deliberately planned it to be 5 speakers in 4 hours. So the format, guys, no joke, it's 30 minutes of the speaker like teaching and doing, and then a 15-minute break, like pee, fill your water, and come back. 30 minutes of teaching and doing, 15-minute break, pee your water, and come back. Like I didn't want to stop in the middle of the day, for a lunch break, lose you. You're tired. You're going to take a client call. You get busy. Like let's just squeeze it all
Yep,
in.
block it off on your calendar and be there.
Right.
And the full disclosure and authenticity, this is my affiliate link, so tried to make it very easy. So it's a bit.ly link, and timeless marketing is in all caps.
Case sensitive.
Case sensitive.
Case sensitive. Cool. Yes, everyone. I think at the end of the day, I just wanted people to feel safe and comfortable learning instead of feeling scared that they're going to be duped by the crap that they're sick of.
Yeah.
And I want, if you follow Ellen, that means like you know what it's like to learn good stuff and get good information. So I hope that relationship means something to you because it means something to me. And the fact that she's having me here today is like I'm honored, and I love the way that she like follows the fundamentals, the customer journey, and making sure that you guys are leveraging that. So you don't just have a tool. She's not going to sell you a tool and then you leave. You know what I mean? Like let's all like grow our businesses together, and it's
Yeah.
all rooted in good teachers and good fundamentals.
Let's do it. So we
Let's do
will
it.
see you all on the 21st, right?
Yes,
On the
Thursday, and it's at 11 a.m. Central.
So the times on the thing are Central Times. Good.
Yeah.
That's good for most of my people, although I do have a lot of East Coast people as well.
So it starts at noon East Coast.
We're doing East Coast. All right. So I don't have any more comments that I can see. Thank you so much, Jade, for hopping on so quickly. I know you made the request last night, and I'm like, let's just
Let's do
let's
it.
let's just do it and get it get it on the calendar and get it done. So now you have your dress rehearsal over for all the people who are hosting you throughout the week.
I did.
And
So
again, my name is Ella McDowell. This is Jade Olivia, and we are people who want to help you do more marketing in less time. So we will see you next time, and hopefully at the summit next week.
thank
Bye.
you.